this piece is called Executing Democracy, and I've made two pieces. The one is called Risk Political Life and Risk Life.
Yeah.
And the Risk Political Life is a quote from Helle Thorning-Schmidt when from the election night. She said, "We did it," and in some months later, I think we have a good start. And some months later again, we have not broken any promises.
Yeah.
And over here, there's a voluntary statement from a person called Carl Chamberlain. I made a documentary about his family some years ago, and this is his confession, killing a woman. He doesn't really do a full confession because he doesn't say that he raped her before, but he does admit that he killed her. So this is risk life, because he knew that confessing to that in Texas might get him the death penalty, and it did, and he was executed in 2008. She did not do it. He did. And I want to show the absurdity that in the criminal system
you can join us.
We expect people to confess and take responsibility for the things that they've done. Yet it doesn't seem that the politician who also creates the legislation and the criminal system, they don't really want themselves taking responsibility for their own lies. So he confessed. Helle Thorning have not confessed yet. I did this because I think it's always an emergency when politician doesn't tell the truth, and when that is like executing democracy. You're trying to be a government, but at the same time the population can't really be a part of democracy if they can't trust their politicians. I trusted Helle Thorning and her what do you call it, campaign.
Yeah.
But afterwards I was...
Is this an emergency? Is Helle Thorning?
It's always an emergency.
What do you think, Perrault?
We're living in it right now.
Well,
it's a bit local, or?
An example would be the Dong discussion.
Yeah.
And the responsibility for what we are doing has also something to do with ecological emergency, because the transformation...
Ada, you have to be with us, come.
The transformation of an energy company until, as it's very likely to happen, a more or less criminal company that exploits the oil from the Barents Ocean instead of going for the energy forms that Dong traditionally and formerly has tried to be responsible about, namely wind energy. So the fact that politicians allow themselves to give over responsibility to a totally irresponsible company that has led international societies into deep crisis for, deeply cynical reasons that have nothing to do with caring for our planet.
This is an entire segment showing that the current government now only based on two parties, last week 3 parties, but it's been a complete denial from startup. They don't seem to remember what they promised before, and they said, oh, we didn't get our 90 seats in parliament, the 2 parties alone, as there was any chance that they would. I expected something else. I know that they would disappoint me, but this is absurd.